Hey there, remember me? It's been a little while. Bill here with Restoring Christine. It has been a couple of months, I think. A lot of stuff has been going on. And this episode here, I'm sorry, but it's going to be brief, but we're just going to have to regroup, try to figure out where we were, where we're going. Let me give you a little bit of background about what's been going on in the last few months. So, where I last left off with Christine was I was racing towards Cruisin the Coast. Cruisin the Coast is a 1 week, it's the best cruise event in the country, in many people's opinion, not just mine. And it's on the Mississippi Gulf Coast on Highway 90, all the way from Bay St. Louis or Waveland, all the way to Ocean Springs to Pascagoula. Beautiful week out in the fun in the sun. And I was working for 3 years trying to get Christine ready for this past event, and I missed it. And I knew I was going to miss it. I was working on the wiring, and it was taking me I was taking shortcuts on different things, and I was rushing things, and I said, you know what? Pump the brakes, let's stop. Let's just go out there with our 71 Cutlass convertible. It's been plenty of fun in the past, and I just had to get over the heartbreak of not being able to take Christine to Cruisin the Coast. But I even had it registered. I had Christine registered in my name. I had the 71 Cutlass registered in my son's name, and that was going to be a special thing between me and him. But the forces of the universe conspired against me, and I didn't quite make it. I didn't quite get it there, but it all worked out for the best. I went to Cruisin the Coast, and my son was able to meet me out there. And at first, I didn't think he would be able to, which was like really a big bummer, because that's a lot of father-son time, and it's awesome because I get to be me, he gets to be him, and the two of us get to be, gearheads together, and we really connect on a matrix level when we're cruising around and we're walking around a cruise site. So anyway, I enjoy being able to do that with him, and he and I rolling in the same car was a big plus. If we'd have been rolling in Christine and the Cutlass, it'd have been two different cars. It wouldn't have been the same experience. So there's that positive, that silver lining. So and then we went out of state to go visit my son, who's a graduate assistant at South Carolina. He's teaching a percussion group, and we got to spend a few days with him, and that was outstanding, but that also took me out of the garage. So after I realized I wasn't going to make Cruisin the Coast, I had to step back away from Christine. That was in the middle of September. So now it is the middle of November. September, October, November, it's 2 months. So what's been going on? Well, I had surgery. That was another thing. I had double hernia surgery, and this is now, after 2 weeks, this is now the first that I felt like, okay, I've got my wind back in my sails enough to start thinking about getting back in the garage. But where the heck were we? That's the big thing, is where were we? So what I need to do now is I need to walk you around the car. We'll show you everything, where we've been, where we've got to go. Let's step back, take a deep breath, regroup, and let's map out the next 3 months maybe on Christine so that we can get her over the finish line and get her done. So let's start taking a look. So the last four episodes were all wiring. 4 episodes ago, I did an unboxing of an American Auto Wire classic upgrade kit, and we started putting that wiring in, and that was episodes, the last 3, parts 1, 2, and 3. Put some links up here, but I had the first one was pulling out everything and then going from the front of the firewall forward, and then the back, the rear part, so it's the front lights and then the back lights. And then the second episode, I did a lot of things underneath the hood and did underneath the dash. And the last episode was we put some power to it, and then we turned some things on. And I thought today's episode was going to be about this blinker being bugabooed. Let's hit the headlights. And ooh. Well, that's not good. I got a blinker light on. But as it turns out, all it was the bulb, as it was turned in, had the 2 contactors in the back shorted. So when I pull the bulb out, took a little screwdriver and played them around a little bit, put it back in, everything worked. So wasn't anything to see there. So anyway, those are the last few things that we did. But what do we have left to do? So you can see I've got a charger on my battery. I'm trying to get this battery firecracker hot because I haven't yet fired up the motor. So that's something that I've got to do. I got a brand new Holly. I got a Holly that I'm going to unbox. That's going to be an episode coming up. I'm going to have a Holly carburetor that I'll be unboxing. I haven't even cracked the box open on that to see what it looks like, but that's a 600 CFM to go on to my refurbished 307. What else do I have to do? So we got to get the motor together. So that's going to be a couple of things. Maybe some unboxing on that Holley carburetor, and then putting this back together in the dress-up kit. We've got to do that. What else? I've got to put in, you notice there's an air conditioning compressor. I've got a peanut compressor here, so I have a vintage air kit. Here's the part of it. So with the vintage air kit, I've got to get in there. That's the part that goes underneath the hood. So that's got to go in. And then that's going to complete the wiring setup, because the wiring setup, I've got to take all the controllers and everything and then modify those. So that's going to be a few episodes. So we'll get the vintage air put in. Motor running, vintage air in. What else? We got the front clip. So I've got the front clip to finish. I've got a brand new grill. I've got to put my bright work on. I've got to put my bumper back on. And I'm not going to do any of this until I get the evaporator for the vintage air kit put in. So that's got to go in front of this radiator. And of course, I've got to put my hood back on. So let's see, if I do that, if I get the vintage air in, get the wiring finished on that, get everything buttoned up in the front and the front clip, then I can finish all my trim on the front here, put the hood back on, and that ought to take care of all of the air and power. So then, I don't think I've got much left to do in the back except for a little bit of bright work. So I've got to finish back here. I got to put my lenses back on. I have to put the bumper back on. Not quite sure what else more I have to do back here. I'm going to get a 6-inch wheel and a vintage hubcap, and I'm going to paint it and put that back here for my spare tire. What else? I've got to do all my my door locks, handles, handle on this side, handle on the other side, the door lock, and make sure that all works right. I've got some brand new rear view mirrors that I'm going to put on. So there's that. So that's going to be trim work on the outside, and that's actually the trim. So all the Bel Air script that goes on the side, I've got that to do. I've got the scripts that go on a trunk lid, so there's going to be that too. My lock cylinder for the trunk, I need to do that. All the Bel Air scripts on this side, and the wheels. So these are Corvette Rallies. I have center caps that I've got to update. I've got to take them and clean them up and then repaint the black on them, and I've got brand new beauty trim rings. So these are going to look dynamite when they're done, and I opted for these Mickey Thompson tires. They're a little bit more expensive than the BF Goodrich radial TAs. They're a little more expensive than also the Cooper Cobras. But you know what? Ever since I bought these, which was just a few months back, I've never seen them on another car. So that's actually a pretty cool, unique vintage look for me. Go home team. All right, so now where's most of the work at? It's on the inside of the car. So on the inside now, once I do the vintage air unit, I'll be able to put together all my stuff on the dashboard. So that means the glove compartment, the controller here for the air conditioning, that's the ashtray, be able to get all that in. I've got to put my interior in. So the interior is going to be the front bench seat. It's a split bench. Got a brand new Ciadella interior kit I'm going to be putting on that. Got my rear bench, same thing, Ciadella interior kit. I'm going to have to go to a local supplier and buy all of my my foam. So the foam, the jute backing, listing wires to go with all my hog ring stuff. I'm going to have to go and do that, so I'll do an episode on that. We're going to take those seats apart and show you what they look like. We've got all the garnish work that goes on at the caps that go around the perimeter, and those need to be glued. So I've got some spray glue, contact cement. We'll be doing that. We'll be refurbishing the stainless on those seats. So there's a lot of work on the interior that I've got to get done there. I've also got to do the carpet. So the carpet's going to be another thing that has to go in. And then I've got to get, as I do my dash, I got my steering wheel. I refurbished my steering wheel. It looks beautiful. You ought to see it. And I'm going to have something really, really cool. I've got this, my shifter ball. This is a classic Hurst shifter ball. But what I've got a pool ball that I'm going to make into a shifter knob. And that's going to be really cool. So we're going to do a little episode on that. Got the headliner. The headliner's got to go in. So there's like 7 or 8 bows that I have to clean up. And then I've got the headliner kit also from Ciadella. So that'll go in. Yeah. So, so that's a pretty good bit of work. But that's everything that's coming up. So right now I'm literally just like trying to get my feet back underneath me. That double hernia surgery really knocked me down. But you know, I'm getting much better. I'm much better. We got the holidays coming up too. You know, that's gonna be a mess. So I really, you know, for weeks I've been wanting to get you some content out there, get you something that's like, you know, showing some work. But anyway, I needed to say this. I needed to get this out there because I have had a number of comments, and thank you for asking about my well-being, because I know a number of you noticed that I was gone and left comments on the channel, and I was like, you know, it's like, yeah, you know, this is where I've been. So, but that's it. So I'm good. Christine's good. It's just life happens. How's that? So that's going to do it. Please stick around for upcoming episodes because we're going to get Christine finished, and when she's on the road, she's going to be outstanding. I cannot wait for the reveal. It's going to be beautiful. So until I see you next time, please take care of yourself. I'm going to try to take care of myself. I'm going to go inside and try to rest my wounds. Take care of yourself. Cheers.